Today, I continue my Roblox Find the Marker journey to find every single marker. In this episode, we tackle the marker decks with haste and find some trickier secret markers along the way. There are so many secrets to uncover in this video, but we have to start from the beginning. Now, I was looking through our list of markers here. As we know, last time we tackled all of the easy markers, and we're starting to work our way through the medium markers. Now, last time we were here, I was thinking about Catso marker, and I was just frankly stumped, to be honest. All we have to work with here is laugh clip. So I sat here and I pondered a little bit. BuckBuck scratched his shiny old head and asked himself, what does that mean? I realized, after thinking about it for so long, I have an idea. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I wanted to make sure at least you guys see me trying. All it says is laugh clip, 2 words. So my thought was, we have this little chat button down here that lets us shout, and we've used this in the past, but I'm wondering if we have to type in how people laugh in Roblox, which would be through an emoji command. Something like this. I don't know if this is gonna work, but you know, this could all be a build-up for nothing, but I just want to try this. So let's shout this to the void and see if anything happens. Oh my goodness! There is the Catso marker. There we go. Now the other medium markers that had stumped me before were, right, the cowboy marker. We know how to get this one. At least I'm pretty sure we know how to get this one. Over in the desert, there is this Wild West saloon area, and it looks like there's a prompt that lets us fight other players, or duel them, I should say. And I believe if we win the duel, we can collect the cowboy marker. The issue is, I haven't seen any friends over here, so I'll make sure to keep hopping on over there, and when we find a friend to duel, I will be sure to update y'all. What else did we have here? The flamingo marker I'm totally stumped on, but I'm hoping that one will just turn up in the process of us looking for the others. The serenity marker, right, this is a marker of the difficulty chart realm, which we don't even know how to get there yet, so we can just skip over that one for now. This one, stracciatella marker. What is up with you? Very Italian sounding name. An oddly colored marshmallow. Well, the only place that marshmallows are at is in the Candyland biome, so let's take a look. We're looking for an oddly colored marshmallow. By the looks of the marker in the hint panel, maybe it's a very subtle difference, and maybe that's why it's a medium marker instead of an easy marker. I'm just gonna play it safe and run into every single marshmallow I see. Surely it's gotta be one of these, right? Or maybe it has something to do up here. Yes. I mean, we've been up here in the past, but I've never been too aware of the marshmallows. Ooh, there's another one of those buttons. I think we've seen that one before, but we'll keep that in mind for sure. Click. Very interesting. None of these look... Ooh, wait a second. I was about to say none of these look off color, but that is a very slightly different shade of white than these are, so I'm assuming if we just walk onto that, there we go! The stracciatella marker. Very, very nice. Who else? Another candy-looking marker. Triple scoop marker. Hidden in the terrain. Inside the terrain in the Candyland biome. Inside the terrain is very interesting. What could they mean by that? I'm imagining there's probably some sort of wall or floor or something that's very slightly transparent that I just haven't seen so far, so we'll keep that one on the back burner. There's a chance it'll just show up in our adventures. We still have a lot to do here after all. The Xanwood marker. Inconspicuous triangular base plate. The hints are getting more and more obscure, you guys. We're really getting into the woods here, aren't we? Inconspicuous triangular base plate. That doesn't even give me a biome to work with, so let's That's the end of the medium markers. Hold on. So you're telling me we only have 5 medium markers in the overworld to go? That is awesome. Maybe we should do a little more digging in the Candyland biome first then. We may be out of freebies to bide our time. The triple scoop marker, hidden in the terrain. This was I think there was like a feta cheese marker? Yeah, feta cheese marker was here. Not the terrain we're looking for. I'll do some digging for sure. We will get to the bottom of this. Believe me. Man, I have done some digging around this Candyland biome. I'm checking every wall, every surface, doing my diligence. Notice an area down here, but I don't think that's anything. I've already seen that once or twice before in my search for this hidden thing, but I'm being thorough. Everywhere I check, I'm just making sure to check everything. And I'm not so sure. I don't know if I've come over here yet, but it's kind of hard to remember. Just, wait a second! Finally! It was the magical fence that you cannot jump over. That was obscuring us. Well, no matter. Now that we know where it is, we can get right back there. Nice and easy. Or nice and medium, I should say. As this is a medium marker after all. Alrighty, we're back here, and this time we won't slip through the crack here on the right side. Let's just walk in and grab the triple scoop marker. And for my satisfaction, that is effectively all the medium markers that we can get right now. There's 2 that I'm sure will show up with time. There's one that we'll have to duel someone for, and then there's this 3rd mysterious triangular base plate. I'll give it a bit of a try right now. It is made out of wood, so there's a chance it's somewhere in the forest biome? That would be my first guess at least. And it says inconspicuous base plate. So my first instinct is to maybe try to look over the edges here maybe. I know there's that base plate way in the distance, but that's an obby we already completed. Is there anything for us to do on the back of this cave here? Hold the phone. I don't know if this is the Xanwood marker exactly, but maybe there's some shenanigans for us to get into back here. Let's see. This feels very suspicious. Let's see. I'm gonna be very careful here. This feels like it was put here with a purpose, and oh my goodness! I don't think you're the Xanwood marker, but what are you? The devil marker! That's an insane by the looks of it. Sure is. Very, very exciting. It says technically it's in the cave biome. All I can say is good luck. Oh geez, we really dodged a bullet with that one, didn't we? Well, while we're down here, we did get the chance to look around the underside of the map here, and there's a lot of interesting lighting stuff going on, but I don't think there's a triangular base plate down here, so well, looks like our friend is on the right track here. Maybe we can guide him over this way, just to give him a hint, and then we'll be on our way. We're a magician. Okay, so back to the drawing board for Xanwood marker. I'm still gonna look around the forest for a bit, but maybe we need to broaden our horizons. I'll let you guys know once I can find some breadcrumbs here, get to the bottom of this. Me and my quest marker friend, we will solve this. We will save the day. Okay, I've been scouring the forest like a hawk, looking for any unsuspecting markers, and so far, the marker has run dry, so to say. But I was brainstorming, and I had a thought. The next possible location is maybe instead of focusing on the name Xanwood marker, maybe we should focus on the hint. The hint, if we remember, says triangular base plate. And I just remembered there's this right here. It's been so long since we've talked to our friend, but this is the marker for the black base plate. So, it said inconspicuous triangle, and as we're looking at this shape here, we have square corner, square corner, square corner, and triangle corner. So, I have a pretty good feeling this is gonna be what we want. Let's just walk on onto this, and there they are, the Xanwood marker! And that leaves us just a few more to go. For the time being, I'm gonna lay the medium markers to rest, and maybe we should take a look at these hard markers. I guess we can start at the top of the list with, I don't know how to pronounce this, but ... He lives in darkness. That is a little interesting. I want to say maybe that's the cave, but it's pretty brightly lit in there with all the quartz crystals and stuff. Same with the mountainous caves. So I guess we'll just move on. Now that we're into the hard markers, we'll have to be a little pickier with the ones that we tackle right away. The beige markers in one of the teleport rooms, probably of a similar color. Let me rack my brain. If I just think for a minute and use that thing in between my ears, I think we can deduce that one, as we have seen lots and lots of teleport rooms. Okay, you guys, I think I figured it out. I'm not so sure, but we kind of just have to try things at this point and see what sticks. I've just been walking around spawn here, perusing the marker decks, trying to figure out what's going on. And I think it's telling us beige marker is in one of the teleport rooms of a similar color. That tells me that it's another one of the colored markers. And I got to looking at the colored marker list, and the khaki marker looks nearly identical to the beige marker. And I was trying to remember where we found the khaki marker as I was sitting here walking around spawn, and look at this tree. This tree has different colored leaves on it, and they look very similar to the color of our khaki friend here. So if my memory serves me right, do we do something with this tree here? There we go. Okay, so this is khaki marker. Now that we're here, I want to do some digging just every corner of this room, and I want to make sure that we can't click on anything or walk through anything. I should have known. Look at this inconspicuous corner. All of the teleport rooms have been cube shaped, but this one has a little slice taken out of it. So if we come up here, is there anything? Whoa, okay. What is this? Click this, I assume? Give that a click, and the button has changed color, so maybe we go back down, and I think that's the beige marker. Let's see.
Khaki marker turns into beige marker.
I see. Well, the mysterious voice has seconded what I was saying. Perfect. Now, who do we have next? I'm skipping over this very ominous looking marker for now. Candy cane marker. Hint, find a candy cane. Well, that's a pretty simple enough hint. We can go look for a candy cane right now. I've done some looking around here, and other than finding our quest marker friend once again, I don't see anything that immediately strikes me as candy cane-esque. I thought it was something in this room, but not quite. I didn't see anything in here. The only place I haven't looked is up higher, so we'll do a little more inspection. We may have to call this one quits for now, but I'm not done just yet. Hold on a moment, have we found that marker before? Looks like it's hanging off some licorice. Can I look for licorice marker? Maybe not. Let me just jump down there and see. Is that our friend? Can we do one of these? Or maybe we can just jump to it. One of those? Oh yeah, licorice marker, we've already found him. Silly me. Wait a second, what is that? What? Whoa, this isn't even candy cane marker. That was totally on a whim. I was just looking up to see how to get back up. The salted caramel marker. Alrighty. Always a pleasant surprise when you find more than just the marker you're looking for, especially with how many markers we've already collected. It's great to still have a bone thrown every once in a while. Now, other than that, I'm using this vantage point, and I am seeing not a single candy cane, so I guess the last place for us to look is down the slide here. Now, I'm not sliding on my butt on purpose. I want to make sure there's no shenanigans going on around here. Is there anything to do up here? There you go. Look how sneaky that is. They say look for a candy cane, so your eyes are trying to look for these huge tall things because of all these big lollipops and human-sized marshmallows, but this candy cane is just a normal-sized candy cane right here. Wow, that is devilish. Well, here we go. I'm suspicious of these stripes. I'm gonna jump over these just to be safe and grab the candy cane marker. Now let's see, do these hurt us? They do! And it respawns us right here. Glad that we were suspicious then. But there's the candy cane marker. Next in alphabetical order would be the cedar marker under the shop roof. Okay, Yeah, we saw these in a previous episode, and I was kind of beating around the bush, trying to put them off until we had to grab them, but I guess now it's finally time to figure out how to scale this darn thing. My first instinct is we probably have to do it from the outside, because I think the inside is just walled-in rooms. Looking out here, I do notice these different colored pieces of wall and extra reinforcements, and I'm wondering if these aren't just for show, but if we can actually parkour on them. There's these boxes here, and yeah, we can stand on this little lip here. Now, where can we go with this? I see a little truss right here. If I jump and turn my character, we can grab onto that, and it looks like we have two ways to go. We can try this board with this lip, or we can try... Oh, maybe we can't try that way. Alrighty. I'll give it one more try just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. Okay, yeah, that one's just for show. So, let's instead go this way. Yeah, as long as I hold forward into this surface, we can stay clung to it. And do one of those, now we're on this wall, and now... Are we close enough to reach this? There we go, the cedar marker. Now, I still don't know how the heck we get this, like, sunbathing marker on the roof here. I'm wondering if we can just keep going on this side? Or is this just for show? Oh, it feels like that may be a dead end. It looks like there's nothing else to see over there. But hey, we got the cedar marker. That is one shop mystery solved. The ceramic marker is next. Oh, in the shop's basement. Well, we're already here, so that's perfect timing. The shop's basement. There's a basement to this thing? This is just a boarded up wall to the outside. Maybe our yellow marker friend can tell us anything. I mean, she is the one who got us to the mysterious scented reverie after all. Hey, welcome to my shop. What can I do for you? Let's just try all of these. Have you seen any other markers? I know you're lying. There's one that chills under the water. Yeah. What about that ladder behind you? Yeah, we've seen all this. What do you sell, perhaps? Fishing stuff? Well, fair enough. And I've met one of your ancestors. Very ominous. Oh, interesting. Is this a knowledge quiz? I mean, we can brute force it by clicking all the options, but I'm trying to rack my brain. I don't know if we've met Primrose Marker, and Periwinkle Marker sounds familiar, but I can't remember what they were from. I think Vitillary Marker was that marker up in space. They were in a weird, like, gravity puzzle thing, I think? And I think they maybe talked about being friends or related to the other color markers? So let's try that one. Vitillary Marker. That one isn't even in the game yet. What? Yeah, what are you talking about? Yes, it is. Dude, I have no idea what you're saying. Oh, you are gaslighting us. We won't take that. I'm gonna try all these options now. Maybe it's the Periwinkle Marker. Don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of them. Okay, so we got one more to try. Is it the mysterious Primrose Marker? Oh, it was. I have something I'd like to show you. Huh? Follow me. Whoa, we're in the basement. What the heck is this? Okay, before we get ahead of ourselves, I want to grab our friend here as I... never mind. I was gonna say I wanted to grab our friend, but it seems like he has other plans. Oh, he's ceramic, so he's shattered into tiny pieces. We have to collect the pieces and reassemble ceramic marker. This is so silly, you guys. I love this. Just when I think this game has shown it all to me, there's more fun things to explore like this. Okay, how many more pieces are we missing? There's this one right here. Is that it? Almost. There's one over here. There's one in this corner. Looks like we're still missing a little bit. There's one on this shelf right up here. We can maybe kind of finagle our way up to that. Oh, I don't know what the heck we're doing here. Oh, there we go. Oh, not quite. This one's a little silly. Maybe, well, first of all, let's grab this piece. Let's jump up here, then jump up here. There we go. Is that everything? Not quite. Very sneaky. Is there any pieces up here? I think that's just holding the light fixture up. Maybe first person can help us solve this mystery here. Don't think there's any more pieces over here. Anything on these shelves that we maybe missed? Huh, maybe over here, maybe? These bars? White. I mean, there's only so many places the shards could have shattered to, right? I know we have to talk to our yellow marker friend, but I'm assuming that this ceramic thing is its own ordeal. I wanted to round that out before talking to our friend, but looks like I'm a little bit stumped here for now, so no matter, we can just chat with our friend and maybe it'll come to us. Talk to you, you're transfixed on the wall here. I've been trying to discern the meaning of this map. Yeah? It seems to be a place that isn't around anymore. The kingdom which shall be remembered by its color. In the past it was a marketplace. Wait a second. Oh, yellow marker's talking about the washable kingdom. There's this little clock tower in the middle of the map where we can go into the past. And this is a map of the marketplace? Yeah, where my cursor is here. These, I think, are the stairs that take you down. There's a little merchant marker sitting in a booth right here. These are piers that go off into the ocean, and then these are some extra empty stands with some tip jar looking marker right here. Okay, so we know exactly where this is. I will take a screenshot of this to keep track of it, and we will absolutely explore that. In the past, it was a marketplace. I see. Let's see, what else do you see? What's up with the numbers? They appeared one day while I was working. I reckon someone broke into the base. What do you think they mean? I'm not sure at all. Code? And what about if I try to take the map? It's a personal family heirloom. Sorry, but no. Need it. Well, you could draw a replica if you really need it. Or I could take my handy dandy print screen tool. I'll save that screenshot. And just like that, I have a one-to-one perfect replica of your map. More importantly though, I gotta figure out this dang ceramic marker. I'm gonna go crazy if I don't figure this out. It has to be in this area. Logically, it wouldn't make sense, at least in my brain, if there was a new ceramic piece just magically somewhere else, but maybe it really is, like, up the stairs or something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's even scarier, but let's grab that. Yep, that was the last piece. A silly BuckBuck. Let's collect our ceramic marker, and I was about to say be on our way, but is this different colored wall anything? Not quite. Okay. I think we can be on our way. Thank you for this information, yellow marker. We will absolutely put this to use. Now, what do you have to do? Don't know if you are anything. You may just be a little scary. I guess that's all for us to do here, so we can pop on back out the sewer, and we are back at it. Have I grabbed you? Yeah, the navy marker, of course. Very cool. We are making great progress here. The chicken marker. Hint. There's another hint on the map. Look around the edge of the lake for that hint. Okay, we're getting like a little breadcrumb trail here. We need to find a hint to find us a hint. The edge of the lake. Okay, well, I believe this is the lake, so is Hill Rock the hint? Because I think we already plugged Hill Rock into something. I've marked that down as a solved mystery in my notes here. But that is the only hint that I can see around the lake, so okay, maybe it's a double meaning. We wrote Hill Rock into some terminal a while ago, and I think that got us a marker, but maybe now this is telling us we find a chicken marker on a hill and or a rock. And when I hear hill rock, my first instinct is to look over here. There's our thorny friend, the rose marker. There's that dang button again. I still don't know what those buttons are for. I'm sure it's for an even harder marker, and I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it eventually, but for now we just put those to the back of our mind and keep pushing forward. Maybe this is the hill in question. Let's watch our step. Don't wanna trip and fall now, do we? I'm wondering if we've ever done anything with this lip here, because it looks like you can jump from there to there to there. So let's see what that's about. Yeah, we can slip on down here, jump across here, and is this anything? This maybe is a slightly different texture. Let's give it a check, and yeah, oh my goodness, the mega marker. Mega marker gets coal because I hate him, says Alex. Oh man, there's a little lump of coal for mega marker. Alrighty, well, not the marker we were looking for, but that is another hard marker done. Now, time to get to the bottom of this chicken marker. I have a feeling we were on the right track before, but that little detour just got my brain a little frazzled. So let's instead, and I was about to say let's go to the mountain, but mountain and hill are two different words. This is screaming hill energy to me, at least. So I want to make sure we're very thorough. I'm gonna touch every rock on this hill just to make sure. Wait a second, now that I'm looking for rocks, this looks so suspicious. I would have never noticed before, but let's step on this and see what happens. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Okay, so it's a bit of a reaction time test. Very interesting. Okay, well now we know what to expect, so we can go back there and try to be a little more prepared. I'm still not sure exactly which way we have to fall, but maybe we can react to it if we're prepared for it. That's one of the few times we didn't just get sent to a boxed room with a marker in it. Alrighty, let's be ready this time. We're gonna be falling, and there we go. Is this it? The chicken marker. Very cool. And more importantly, now that we know this exists, there's two things to do. There's this weird looking platform here, and I think we may be able to fall onto the roof of the shop to get that marker we saw a little bit earlier. First, let's see what this is about. Oh, well, I fell, so I tried to save it by landing on the roof, but we were just a little shy. Use this walk and run button as you need. Doesn't have to be running all the time. Slow and steady wins the race after all. Okay, back into the sky. There's the chicken marker. Now let's turn off the run. Let's be a little slower about this. I'm also gonna jump sideways. Little Roblox life hack if you don't know. When you jump sideways, your feet are wider than they are long. So if you turn on your shift lock and do jumps sideways like this, you get a little more room for error because you have 2 feet and only one has to be touching the platform. Here I'm gonna turn on the run and do one of these. Whoa, what are you, a balloon marker? Balloon marker! Very nice. Cute, cozy little helium-filled room. Now we're gonna fall back down, but I wanna go right back up because I wanna fall straight towards the shop. Back up here, fall to the chicken marker to get a little momentum reset, jump to the edge of this platform, and then jump. Let's see, there we go! Right on top of the sunburnt marker. Very, very nice. I wonder if there was a way to get up here. I don't think there was. I think what we just did was the intended solution, which is absolutely crazy. Alrighty. Next is the dirt marker. In the forest biome, look at the dirt very closely. Okay, with hard markers and above, when they outright tell you the biome it's in, it gives me a bit of a bittersweet feeling. On the one hand, we know that we have to be in the forest biome, but on the other hand, the fact that it's a hard marker means it's probably gonna be very, very hard to find. My guess is it's gonna be super obscure on one of these little dirt lips on one of these little steps here, but we won't know until we look, so let's get to looking. Check around the graveyard just to make sure, because maybe the graves themselves are a bit of a red herring. If I were a clump of dirt, where would I hide? Very philosophical question. We're getting very, very deep on the BuckBuck channel here today. Where would dirt like to clump up? I mean, this is dirt. I'm keeping an attentive eye. It said look very closely after all, so I am gonna look closely, believe me. Maybe it's up in that same section we were just in, because that's kind of like, I guess, the quote-unquote hardest place to get to in the biome. Trying to think with that difficulty in mind. If it were just your average old easy marker, I wouldn't be thinking so hard, but it's the easy sounding ones that are deceptively difficult sometimes. Now we've already caught you, I'm pretty sure. We'll just make sure. Yeah, that's the blue marker. This is very dirty, dirt-like. Okay, I've done a lot of digging on this hill, literally and figuratively, given we're digging through the dirt, but I've not seen anything over here. So, I've looked at the right, I've looked at the center. Let's do a better job about looking at the left over here, because every time I walk up this staircase, I always go straight ahead, and I look on this side and stuff, but what I haven't looked at is over here. Is there anything to do? Oh my goodness. But look at how hidden this is. Literally the last area I checked. So I was right when I said I had a hunch it would be on one of these like dirt lips or walls. I just didn't think it would be so close to the factory here. You're gonna get all contaminated and stuff. The dirt marker. Alrighty. The Forgorker. Hint, I forgore. I got no clue. I'm just gonna skip over that one for now. Just pretend I didn't see that one. The kill brick marker. Another marker of the difficulty chart realm. We've really got to figure that out at some point, but I'll leave it be for now. The lollipop marker is inside itself. Okay, so the lollipop marker is inside a lollipop. Well, it's kind of a repeat situation of the dirt marker, isn't it? They've told us where the biome is, but actually finding the marker, which is, you know, the name of the game, maybe will take us a little bit longer. Now let's take note. The lollipop marker's head is purple. I don't know if that's a hint, but looking at all the lollipops, this is the only purple marker, or purple lollipop. Whoa, so many words. We'll make sure we can't jump into the stalk of it or anything. And is there a way for us to get on top of it? I don't think so. So instead, let's test every single lollipop. Maybe this one? It was this one! Holy cow! Nice! And the only way to know would have been this super subtle texture change right here. Holy cow, that is devious, my little lollipop friend, you. The magenta void marker. Hint, within a showcase, but not on display. Rather, hidden. A flower pot seems to be missing somewhere. Okay, a flower pot seems to be missing somewhere. So I'm assuming it says on display. The only two places I've seen fan art are this place, the community hangout room, which is very cutesy, but there's no flower pots here. Nothing that would imply there ever would be either. So let's go to the proper art gallery and do some digging. Okay, they've said a flower pot seems to be missing, and I'm definitely seeing a lot of flower pots here, so let's look at the flower pots and look for a lack of symmetry, I suppose. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. So this room is clear. I'm gonna give this room the BuckBuck seal of approval. This is 1, 1, and 2. I'm okay with that. We can move on. I'm just doing the building inspection here. You know me, the certified botanist BuckBuck, just making sure everything's in order. Yep, 1, 2, 3. All looks good to me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can't argue with that. I'm gonna assume there's nothing up here. We've already collected you, eucalyptus marker. There's 1 and 2. There's 1 and 2. There's 1 and 2. Whoa! 1 and nothing. This hallway fails the botanist BuckBuck order of code, and now that we're looking for it, it's so obvious here. Let's jump in. Ooh, wait, is it? Oh, there you go. You gotta go at it sideways. Welcome to the magenta room. Well, it is a very bright magenta void. I'll give you that. The magenta void marker. And I was about to say, before doing anything else, I noticed this strip of light in this otherwise monochrome room is just a little bit brighter. So let's sneak on past here and, oh my goodness, a subspace trip mine? This is the wrong game. What are you doing here? Whoa, where the heck are we? Oh my goodness. Magenta and trip marker. Can we collect either of you? Not quite, but let's listen in. I've never seen dialogue between two markers before. Hey, I'm in a bad mood. Why? Because it's this fool who contributed to the magenta curse rumor. Listen, I know you're upset about that, but when you blew up, you became the magenta void. I saw it. Stop lying! You have no proof! Oh, but I do. Wanna bet? Oh shoot, I lost the bomb. Whatever, not like it would matter anyway. Oh wait, hey, BuckBuck, you think you could find the bomb for me? What bomb? It's the subspace trip mine, a bomb from the vasts of space, and when it explodes, it puts sparkles and turns everything magenta. What? That's just a coincidence. Ooh, magenta marker's getting very defensive. Oh really? Then help me find it, BuckBuck. Trip marker's very sly. Good, it should be in this room somewhere. Alrighty. Oh geez, I heard it. Okay, well we have some exploring to do and... Oh my goodness, wait, I see it. Oh! Does it show up and then disappear and move around, maybe? Or maybe we just have to get there. A few jumps should make light work of this. Or like that. There we go. I assume we just bring that back down here. Maybe we just talk to you again. What do you have to say? Okay, now place it in this conveniently trip mine-sized compartment between me and Magenta marker. No, don't do it! Oh, we have to make a decision here, but unfortunately, we have to find all the markers, so I'm sorry, Magenta marker, but it's time to place this down and see what happens. Give it a place. Talk to them again. Okay, now step on it. No! Oh my goodness, Magenta marker is losing it. But there's nothing left to do other than give this a step and... Holy cow! Yeah. That turned the room to a magenta void after all. It looks like we can talk to our friend from over here. Huh? See? I was right. I can't let people know. I'll be ruined. I have to go wash this off. Holy cow. We've gotten to the bottom of this. But more importantly, we have to get to that trip mine marker. So let's see. Let's work this in reverse. To get over there, we're gonna have to jump from here, which probably means we come from here. So it looks like we're just doing a giant spiral around the map. Alrighty. It's very, very free form. All the platforms kind of floating in space and stuff. This is really cool looking. Ooh, that's a really tiny stud. Few more of these. We're making great progress. We don't need to risk it going for the tiny stud. We can just go for this big little rug thing here. A few more jumps are bringing us around town. Let's jump on down to this to be safe. A few more jumps. Let's not bonk our head here. And the SUBSPACE trip marker. Very, very cool. Ooh, and we unlocked a gallery halo. Hold on. Let's first get out of this room. I guess we do this one to get out of this room. And let's see what that's about. Where do we equip those? I remember seeing it before. Was it in here? Equipment menu. Uh-huh. We have gotten all of the markers at spawn and the gallery. How cool is that? I didn't even notice we got all the spawn markers at some point. Very, very pretty. We are making such good progress, you guys.